Hello YouTubers, trying to show you how to fix your vacuum cleaner engine. This was an older video I made and I'm trying to
fixing the vacuum cleaner. I don't know how this is called, I mean probably rotor and I'll just Google it. So what I did, I replaced these moving parts, both the upper and the lower ones. Was making a horrible sound, so you have this updated in the comments earlier. So now the reassembly part, if I know how.
So I'm stuttering a bit here, I don't know, it seems a bit grayed out, but the idea is, let's go to another. Unfortunately, it looks grayed out when you pause it. So you have this rotor, and I replaced the what was it? Sorry, the bearing. Right. So you have two bearings at at both ends of the rotor. As you can see here, I'm trying to. So I have two bearings, one up, one down. I replaced the one on the top. Let's see if we move further down the recording. I tried to assemble it because while I was making the video I had some problems. Okay, let's go to the other video. I had some problems assembling back together.
This part back, be careful, there's rubber.
So I even made a drawing of this. You have the engine, you have the rotor, which is the middle part, the one you seen earlier, and the stator, which is this one. This is the stator in the engine, and the rotor is, well, you're gonna see it clearer at some point in time. So I'm struggling to mount the rotor. I think you can see. So this is the rotor here, and this is the stator here. And at this end of the rotor, where I'm pointing with the finger, I replaced the bearing in it, and this fixed the broken engine, the broken motor, electrical motor in the vacuum cleaner. Here I'm trying to show a reassembly of the motor. Here I'm snapping in the rotor in this part. I don't know how it's called, and trying to assemble it. I had some problems reassembling it, but the problem was replacing the bearing. As I said, here is a bit flipped. I don't know, what did I drop? So here is, as you would see it. Let's put it back.
Firmly into place. And then you got this part.
And so here it is the rotor and the stator, like basically the same picture. You only have the rotor in the picture. The stator is a bit lower. This one is it. So I'm trying to assemble it back in, but what I'm explaining here, we replaced the bearing right at this end, not the lower one, the one in the closer to the wind funnel. I don't know how you call it. Okay, let's try to resume. Unfortunately, in the video I didn't manage to put it back up, so it took me a bit of some while to manage to put it back together, the engine.
I'll get it. And then when you're putting this one,
Here I'm putting the rotor back on back in the stator.
may use a screwdriver.
I've googled a bit about this and I haven't found any other solution other than replacing the engine, the motor, and it seems there's a cheaper solution than this. I actually ended up paying 10 euros because I replaced both bearings at both ends. So I replaced the one at the rear of the motor and one at the side with the wind turbine, I don't know what it's called. So I only should have replaced this one, and this would have cost me like 5 euros. You also need some special tools. I went to the flea market, and for those 5 euros they had a special tool. Here I'm putting it back up somehow, demonstrating it's working. So I went to the flea market and these guys had the tools to remove the bearing, a press, I don't know how it's called. And they replaced the bearing for me. They removed it from the old. They removed the old bearing, which was broken into pieces, and yeah, as in the script, the script tells me I have something else to tell you. So after 2 or 3 years, don't forget to replace your vacuum cleaner bag. In time, that vacuum cleaner gets filled with dust. Washing it will not help. So after 2-3 years, when you notice the vacuum cleaner is not pulling as it used to be, before the engine breaks completely, you should replace the sack. I guess I paid like 2 euros for a replacement sack. As you see, I tried fixing this, but it didn't help. So just buy a new sack instead of buying. So with 7 euros, you can get a new, completely new functional vacuum cleaner. Here I managed to demonstrate that it actually works. So because of that bearing, the one, okay, let's flip it again. Because of that bearing, the axis of the rotor changed, and instead of rotating normal, it would flip like this. Instead of just rotating around the axis, it would just also change the rotation, and this would have caused this how do you call the spinning thing to hit the enclosing of the engine, and this would have made it stuck. So I googled a lot. It seems, I don't know, in Romania many people do this, but I don't know, maybe in other countries they do it too, but it's not worldwide spread. So people, when they hit this issue, they would just go ahead and buy a new one. I hope this helps, and don't forget to comment and ask questions if anything is unclear. And good luck with it. Again, you will need a press. Let's go back to the drawing board. You would need a press. I don't know how it's called. It's a tool to... We're going back to the first video. You would need a press to remove the bearing from this. So there's a tool that pulls the bearing off this rotor. It has 2 clenches. I don't know, in Romania it's called press, but I don't know how you call it. So you need to pull the old bearing out with some tool, I don't know how it's called, and insert the new one. But this is the solution, and it completely works, 100% working. Thank you for watching. Bye.